Mutual funds are one of the best way to participate in Indian equity market. Mutual funds are one of the best way to create wealth in the long term. But many investors they are confused whether to invest in large cap mutual fund, mid cap or small cap. Friends, if you're too much confused, then investing into the Flexi Cap category mutual fund is one of the best option. So when you invest into the Flexi Cap category mutual fund, fund manager can invest across the market capitalization, including large cap, mid cap, and small cap, without any capping. That's the reason Flexi Cap category mutual funds are nowadays getting more and more popular. Hello friends, this is Vijay and welcome back to my channel. Friends, in this video, I would like to discuss about top 3 Flexi Cap category mutual fund, which are HDFC Flexi Cap Fund, Parak Parikh Flexi Cap Fund, and SBI Flexi Cap Fund. Friends, you can stay till the end because you'll be learning a lot in this video. Let's get started. HDFC Flexi Cap Fund, which was launched in 1995, it's been 29 years now. If you look at the AUM, asset under management, which is 55,000 crores. If you look at the expense ratio, which is 1.20. If you look at the NAV, net asset value, which is 1900. If you look at the asset allocation, 85% of allocation into equity market, 15% of allocation into debt market. Within equity, 75% of allocation into large cap, 5% of allocation into mid cap, again 5% of allocation into small cap. Fund has got good diversification across the market capitalization. If you look at the top 5 sectors, 30% of allocation into finance, 12% of allocation into healthcare, 9% of allocation into technology, 6% of allocation into automobile, 5% of allocation into capital goods. If you look at the top 10 holdings, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, Cipla, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, State Bank of India, Bharti Airtel, HCL Technology, Apollo Hospital, and SBI Life Insurance. If you look at the fund manager, Roshni Jain is the fund manager. She has got 18 years of experience in the industry. She joined HDFC Mutual Fund in 2021. Prior to this, she worked with Franklin Templeton. If you look at the return, since inception, the fund has generated 19% of return, which is very good. 10,000 rupees SIP in the scheme since inception. Now your investment value will become 35 lakh. Market value will become 11 crore rupees. Let's say that you have invested 1 lakh rupees in 1995 in HDFC Flexi Cap Mutual Fund. Now it has grown to 1 crore 60 lakh rupees. Let's say that in the same time, if you have invested 1 lakh rupees in Nifty index, now it has grown to around 32 lakh. Clearly, this fund has outperformed the benchmark in a bigger margin. Parak Parikh Flexi Cap Fund, which was launched in 2013, it's been 11 years now. If you look at the AUM, asset under management, which is 66,000 crores. If you look at the expense ratio, which is 1%. If you look at the NAV, net asset value, which is 80. If you look at the asset allocation, 85% of allocation into equity market, 15% of allocation into debt market. Within equity, 66% of allocation into large cap, 10% of allocation into mid cap, 9% of allocation into small cap. Fund has got good diversification across the market capitalization. If you look at the top 5 sectors, 30% of allocation into finance, 15% of allocation into service, 12% of allocation into technology, 10% of allocation into energy, and 9% of allocation into automobiles. If you look at the top 10 holdings, HDFC Bank, Power Grid Corporation India Limited, Bajaj Holding and Investment Limited, ITC, Coal India, Maruti Suzuki, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, Motilal Oswal, and Balakrishna Industries. This fund will also invest into the US market, and some of the stocks are Alphabet, Microsoft, Amazon, and Facebook. If you look at the fund manager, Raj Mehta is the fund manager. He has got 12 years of experience in the industry. If you look at the return since inception, the fund has generated 20% of return, which is very good. 10,000 rupees SIP in the scheme since inception. Now your investment value will become 13 lakh 20,000 and market value will become 43 lakh. SBI Flexi Cap Fund, which was launched in 2005, it's been 19 years now. If you look at the AUM, asset under management, which is 22,000 crores. If you look at the NAV, net asset value, which is 109. If you look at the expense ratio, which is 1.50%. If you look at the asset allocation, 95% of allocation into equity market, 5% of allocation into debt market. Within equity, 56% of allocation into large cap, 20% of allocation into mid cap, 19% of allocation into small cap. Fund has got highest exposure into large cap. If you look at the top 5 sectors, 23% of allocation into finance, 10% of allocation into energy, 8% of allocation into service, 7% of allocation into metal and mining, 5% of allocation into technology. If you look at the top 10 holdings, HDFC Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Reliance Industry, Infosys, ICICI Bank, Mahindra and Mahindra Limited, L&T, Larsen and Toubro, Bharti Airtel, Hindalco, and ITC. Fund also invest into some of the global stocks. Some of the global stocks are Alphabet, Cognizant, and Microsoft. If you look at the fund manager, R. Srinivasan is the fund manager. He has got 30 years of experience in the industry. If you look at the return, since inception, the fund has generated 15% of return, which is very good. 10,000 rupees SIP in the scheme since inception. Now your investment value will become 23 lakh. Market value will become 1 crore 15 lakh rupees. This is how this fund has created huge wealth for many investors. Friends, in this video, we discussed about top 3 Flexi Cap category mutual fund, which is SBI Flexi Cap Fund, HDFC Flexi Cap Fund, Farag Farik Flexi Cap Fund. Friends, I hope you find this video useful. If you like this video, please to subscribe, please to share it with the community. If you required any help with regards to the mutual fund investment, you can contact me in the below link. Thank you so much.